Hey everybody, I'm Joe. I'm continuing a series where we are talking about the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Normal disclosure, at the time of recording, there have been 3 updates to the rulebook here, so we'll be taking all of those into account, but of course I might need to do an update to this video if new updates come out that change some of the ideas and recommendations. But today, we are talking about the 5 best power combos that are presented so far in the game of Marvel Multiverse. Let's get into it. So powers are wonderful. They give you an extra thing that you can do in the game. They help you define your character. They help you bring an idea to life. And the entire goal of this game is to create new epic superheroes. But what we want to look at today is being able to pair together 2 powers to create an amazing effect that might be so much fun or so good that you could build your whole character around it. So that's what we're attempting to do. So coming in at number 5 is a combo that is not going to be flashy, but it's going to make you just really reliable at being able to do extra damage on the battlefield. And that is the combination of defense stance and slashback. Here's the way that it works. Defense stance is a power that grants you the ability to cause any incoming attacks to have trouble until they hit you for the first time. Slashback is a reaction power that allows you, if somebody misses you with an attack, to be able to attack them back immediately and be able to potentially do double damage if you have a fantastic success. This pairs together perfectly. It requires the Blades power set and the martial arts power set, which go together very well, and it means that you will regularly be able to use the slashback mechanic because you've granted trouble to your enemies. Simple, straightforward, uses your reaction, doesn't even use the action on your turn, and it's just going to pile on extra damage. The 4th best combo in the game is one that is honestly my favorite for flavor purposes. I would definitely consider building a character around this concept alone. And this is actually either a 2 or a 3-part combo. The combination is additional limbs plus grappling technique plus spin and throw. Here's the way that it works. Additional limbs is one of my favorite powers in the game. It didn't quite make my top 10 list, but it's just fun and you can take it anytime. It has no prerequisites at all. It grants you an additional set of arms or a tail, and it gives you an edge when doing a non-combat action that would involve your additional appendage. That's it. It's as simple as that. And that always being on edge on some kind of an ability check can have implications in a lot of parts of the game, but we're going to use it in combat when we combine it with grappling. So grappling technique is a low-level power that requires the martial arts power set, and it works like this. You can do a grapple check using an attack roll, and if you are successful, not only do you grapple the enemy, but they also take damage as opposed to a normal grapple check. If you have a fantastic success, they're also pinned. This pairs with additional limbs. So now, to be able to make this grapple attack check, you have an edge, which means you now do damage to them and you've grappled them. That's good in and of itself, and it grants you just a constant capacity to be able to do damage and grapple. And I would argue if somebody has 4 arms, they could potentially do this to up to 2 victims in 2 subsequent turns. But we're gonna make this better with spin and throw. Spin and throw requires the martial arts power set, so it's not even an additional power set to your grappling technique. It requires you to have a grappled subject, and then you make a contested roll. Upon a success, you basically just get to throw them and do some nice damage to them. If it's a fantastic success, not only do you get to do damage, but you also get to pin them and knock them prone. And you get some major advantages to being able to attack pinned subjects. Either way, you can just toss them if you want to, anywhere within your reach. How is this not fun? You would be able to, by rank 2, have additional arms. easily grab somebody, smack them in the face, and toss them somewhere, potentially pinning them at the same time. Unbelievably fun, totally worth building a character around, and just flavorful at the table. I love this combo. Our third best combo of the game is one that's going to be just visually so cool to imagine at the table. And this is the combination of Whirling Frenzy and Extended Reach. Here's the way this works. Whirling Frenzy is a rank 2 power that requires the fast slash power already and to be part of the Blades power set. So a couple prerequisites to get into this, but the way that it is designed is you make a single attack roll, which is compared to the agility defense of every character within your reach, which basically is the idea of taking your blades and spinning them around. Anyone that you would hit takes half damage. On a fantastic success, they take full damage and are knocked prone. It's a good power in and of itself, but we're going to make it better by adding Extended Reach. So Extended Reach is a power that is found in 3 different power sets: Battlesuit, Cybernetics, or Plasticity. Of these 3 power sets, personally I love Plasticity because there's so much utility in that power set, but that is beside the point of what we are talking about. Extended Reach grants you quadruple your current reach. We normally assume that reach is 1 square or 5 feet, so this gives you a reach of 20 feet. Now, the Whirling Frenzy ability does not specify that you attack everybody within 5 feet. It specifies you attack everybody that is within your reach. So you are now attacking every enemy that is within a 20-foot radius of you. This is unbelievably fun. So it requires 2 different power sets and a couple pieces of build to get rolling. But once you have it, you can just walk to the middle of a battlefield and begin slicing everything around you. What an amazing concept. And if you build this a little bit further, there is an Extended Reach 2. Extended Reach 2 takes your reach and multiplies it by 10. So now you can attack everything that is within 50 feet of you in any direction. That is just a whirling dervish of death, and it's so fun to imagine. So the second best combo in the game is one that I expect to be altered because one of the powers should be altered by Marvel by the time publication comes out of the next update or the actual printed version of the game. But this is Energy Absorption and Brace for Impact. This combo is unreal good. Brace for Impact is a power that requires either the Shield power set or the Martial Arts power set. It does require that you have a rank of 2 and that you have taken the power Do This All Day. But those power requirements aside, it's a very simple thing. You can use this whenever somebody hits you with an attack, you spend focus and you reduce the health damage by the focus you spend, allowing you to essentially allow enemies to attack your focus rather than your health. And if you're making a melee combatant who doesn't use focus for spending for power abilities, you might as well have this. It's a wonderful little power in and of itself. But now let's combine this with Energy Absorption. Energy Absorption is, I believe, the second best power in the game, and it allows you, when you are hit with an energy attack, to ignore the health damage and add that damage to your focus, allowing you to go above your focus cap, so above your total normal value that you can have. And when you spend this, Energy Absorption specifically states that you can spend more than you normally would be able to spend in focus on a particular ability or on a turn. So you can dump it all at once if you want. So now we have a combo where you're hit with energy, you ignore that damage, add it to your focus. You're hit with a different attack, and now you can simply spend that focus to reduce that damage to 0, making you one of the toughest characters in the game. And if you didn't want to use Brace for Impact, you already must have taken Do This All Day, so you can spend the focus to be able to just bump your health anyway. This is an incredible power. It's an incredible combination. It does require rank of 3 and the Energy Control power set to be able to take Energy Absorption, but you could build a character for this who who effectively can't be hurt. So what is the best combo in the game of Marvel Multiverse? It is Combat Trickery paired with, well, almost anything. Combat Trickery is a power I talked about very specifically in my 10 best powers video. I believe it is the most powerful thing in the game, and it works like this. It has no prerequisites of any kind, and once per battle, you can just decide after rolling that the Marvel die is a 1. You can just decide a fantastic success whenever you choose. And what makes this a power so good is that it pairs with a nearly limitless amount of powers which have an additional effect when there's a fantastic success. Just as an example, these are the two that I mentioned in my video on the 10 best powers, Clobber and Energy Beam. And there are versions of these for every power set and every single mode of attacking. Okay, this basic idea is repeated multiple times inside of the powers. But Clobber is for somebody in the super strength power set who decides when they make an attack, if it is a fantastic success, meaning a 1 on the Marvel die, there's double damage and the subject is knocked prone. Please remember that knocking somebody prone immediately ends any concentration power with no additional roll on their part. So you can see the bad guy at the beginning of a fight, they can have some kind of an effect that's already up and just decide they're gonna lose concentration on that and they're gonna take double damage. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. You make the roll, you decide that the Marvel die is a 1, they immediately take double damage, they immediately are knocked prone, they immediately lose concentration. That's an incredible benefit. And there's one of those combos for every power set and every mode of attacking that is in the game. That's one of the reasons why there are so many powers. Another one of these would be Energy Beam. Energy Beam is a rank 1 ability that requires the energy control power set. And when you make an energy attack, you can, if you have a fantastic success, make the enemy blind. Well, combine that with Combat Trickery, which you can also have at rank 1. And you can just see the bad guy, attack them from the distance, and blind them. And there is nothing anybody can do to stop you, because Combat Trickery specifically says that the turning over of the Marvel die to a 1 ignores all other mechanics and trouble in the game. And so whatever your particular mode of attacking is, find the power that does an additional effect with a fantastic success and pair it with Combat Trickery. The myriad possibilities are endless and they're all good. All right, so this has been my look at the 5 best combos in the game of Marvel Multiverse. Is there something you'd build your character around? What things make you excited to build a superhero in this game? I would love to hear about it. Thanks for joining me, and may your games be awesome.